Chattin with Catherine and Catherine Publishing, of course. I wanted to chat with you just briefly today about the old death. I really wanted to just give you a short message, and that is that experiencing the death of a loved one is always going to be unique. It's always going to be your own specific journey, and it depends on so many things. It depends on what your beliefs are, especially. I can't stress that enough. It's the same with life. Everything that you experience in life is going to be through your own specific filter. That's the best way to describe it. Whether you believe in reincarnation, whether you believe in heaven and hell, whether you believe in, from a Christian philosophy or a Muslim philosophy or no philosophy, whether you believe you're going in the ground and that's it, you're just your body. I highly doubt most people watching this, my shows, just believe that, but possibly, and maybe that's why you're exploring, wondering what, I just really think that we need to have some compassion for people when they're going through their stuff. And some of the keys, the big tips that I've learned from the death of my son, and learned also from the previous deaths in my life, because I've experienced death numerous times of people really close to me. My dad when I was 9, my brother drowned when he was 23, and I was like 20. And then my stepfather died after a lengthy illness, which is totally different. And then my son died in a tragic accident, a vehicle accident. Thing is, there were 3 people killed that night, and 2 people survived and are struggling to get back to thriving, young people, all of them. So the event, which just passed, March 15th is the anniversary date, and I always find that date really hard. And it's not hard in the sense that some people might think. It's hard for me because it is the focus point of that day is the tragedy, is the horror, is all of those memories, that people talk about it's so horrific. It brings back all the drama and the trauma and the emergency and the painful parts of it, of that part of life. And so, and everybody sort of weighs in on whose pain is more and what will be worse. And, I even look at that and think, I wonder, for the parents of the people that survived, how that journey is. I mean, that's got to be a hard journey, watching your child struggle, and the child that was in the accident is not the same person by the time they come out on the other end. It's going to change you. Everything in life changes you. The good things, the things we enjoy, and the things we don't enjoy. Definitely the process of experiencing my son's death changed me, and it changed me, I'm going to say exponentially, because I didn't know how many gifts I would receive in going through this process. I didn't know how strong I was. That's another thing. I didn't know that for sure. I mean, I dealt with so many crises in my life, other things, lots of them. And so, a lot of people would say I was strong. But being strong isn't really all it's cracked up to be, let's put it that way. And but having a belief, an understanding, an awareness that death is, for me, there is no death. That's the truth for me. So I sense my son around me all the time. He's with me now. He has, he makes comments about stuff. I hear it. I sense him around me. And so, and there were many other gifts, which I'm not going to go into all of that right now, because I just really want to focus on letting you know that regardless of what you believe, the journey itself is going to be your own. Some people are devastated. Some people go into a lot of anger. They feel cheated. They feel they get bitter. They get mean to other people around them. They get miserable. And I am not saying those choices are wrong, but I will say that if you're choosing to be bitter and mean and miserable to the rest of the people around you, the quality of your life is not going to be great. And neither is it going to be for the people around you, because they're not going to want to be around you, period. The biggest gift anyone ever gives me, even now, is to want to hear about my son. Not about the accident, but about him. Like, what did he, because the gift in my son, along with all the gifts I got from after he transitioned, but the real gift was when he came to me in the first place. I have two sons, and that their births were the biggest highlights of my life. Truly, before they came, I didn't know them. And you get to know them, and you get to love them, and you get to realize, wow, amazing people and the things they're bringing to you. But I did have an awareness when they were very little that they didn't belong to me. No more than your wife or your husband or your parents or whatever. We don't belong to each other as in ownership. They're given to us. Relationships come to us. It's a gift, that experience. What am I going to experience with this person in my life? Life's going to happen. The wind's going to change. Seasons are going to change. All those things happen. And these are the people I'm going to have the journey with. And that's the gift right there. And knowing that they're not your property and that they have other they have life path. They're going to go on to get jobs, to do certain things in school, get married, have their own children, travel the world, whatever they're going to do, they're here to do, and not be beholding to the parent that brought them into life, or the spouse that wants to control and whatever. There's been a lot of control and manipulation on this planet, and I guess that's probably one of the big things that I learned from all of this, is that it was somewhat easier for me because I wasn't owning my son. So that even though it was sad, it was really sad, but it was this awareness that, he's done. He's done, and it's weird that they chose that way to go, but because I don't believe in accidents, and so you got to leave the planet so one way or another at some point, or we all choose to, it seems. And so some people do it with lengthy illness, some people do it with a massive heart attack like my father, some people do it in a tragic accident that just affects so many people, national headlines, that kind of thing. And wow. And so I just, I just really feel that by sharing my story, the main reason to share it is this. I see so many people suffering. And, and sometimes people meet me and they actually, I feel like they're trying to dump their stuff on me, like, oh, now we're all part of this club, the club of parents that suffer, and we just continue to suffer, and you hear about it all the time, like there's no end to this suffering, like the pain is excruciating and it never leaves you. For those people, I say, probably that's true. That is your truth. For me, I'm not suffering. I rejoice in the fact that my son has gone on to explore other dimensions, to, and to come and visit me and help me from the other side, and it's cool, and I love that he is willing to do that, and that he doesn't have regrets, and he's not feeling like he missed out, he didn't get married, he didn't have children, he's not talking like that, he's not, I don't mean talking, but he's not, that's not a feeling I get from him at all. And I don't feel that way about him. I don't feel he got cheated, and I don't feel I got cheated. I feel like he did what he came to do, and he did. He really lived. He really explored. He really was a light, a sunshine. He had his ups and downs. He certainly could be in a bad mood. He had all the, dimensions of humanness, and now he's gone, and gone from our physical reality, and yet not gone from my life at all. I still say I have two children, one in this dimension and one in another. That's just how it is for me. So I'm sharing this to hopefully give you another way of looking at it, because I really do believe that what we believe about life, the meaning that we give to things, we think somebody died to punish us, or we did something wrong, or we got cheated, or if that's our perspective. Same as you lose a job, a marriage falls apart, it's because we're being punished, or we've done something wrong, or we're bad, or the world is awful. If that's how you see it, then I think you're going to experience a lot of pain. And if you can, and that's really the reason I'm saying this, not because I'm right. All I know is I want to feel good. That's my mission. I want to feel good, and when I talk to other people, I want to share that good feeling, and that's all. It's not a judgment. It doesn't mean you're wrong if you feel awful about everything in your life. I'm not here to tell you you're wrong. I just like to try to say, hey, sometimes it can be better, and it is about how, for me, okay, that's how I feel about it. Some people will say it's out of my control, I can't do anything about it. And again, I say, if that's what you believe, it is going to be your reality. I just don't believe that. I believe I have a lot of power. I believe I have the ability to laugh in the most strangest places, and I don't really care if that's not acceptable. I've done it in churches, I've done it in ICUs, I've done it in elevators, I've done it anywhere, because if I feel like laughing, that's my thing. Joy. Let's find ways to laugh, even in our most serious situations. Okay. And I'm not saying that there aren't horrific things that happen, and it's just there are heartbreaking things that happen in life. There are, and there are cruel things that happen in life. There are. Believe me, I'm not denying that. I'm not in a place of denying the physical reality at all. I'm just saying life can throw us some curveballs, some things we don't expect. And it's up to us to decide, okay, this happened, now what? Now what? And that's all. So God bless you all, and whether you believe in God or not, I'm just sending you some love and light, and hoping that you will have an awesome day, no matter what you're doing or what you're experiencing. And feel free to share this if you feel it'll help someone else. All right. Hey, it can be better. Life can be better. Hey, so go to letsgetrealchattinwithcatherine.com, and I've done shows with lots of people on different aspects of metaphysical stuff, on real life stuff, practical stuff, on books, on authors, on you name it. We're pretty much cover everything, and I'm open to that. So, and I have the Clarity Whisper, which is really, it's a place for me to allow my intuition, my clarity to come through. And I do private, I call them coaching kind of sessions, but they're really just explorations. It's not like I'm not seeing your guides or anything like that. That's not what I do. But I just have this sometimes inspiration and clarity that comes through when people talk to me about their situation, and I can kind of read into it and help a person to maybe get a better understanding. That's basically it. And I have a Facebook page called Making Friends with Death, and that's what it's all about. So check that out too. And of course, lgrcc.com. Till next time, take care.
We are creating an exquisite world. Until next time, take care.